Hello? Hello? Testing microphone. I think we're good. Let's see what's going on today. We've got a little bit of Fontaine to explore, huh? Gotta take on the courts. Oh yes, the welcome thing. Yes, wonderful. I gotta check some things out first. I don't know what that is. Okay. Yes, Fontaine stuff happening today. Oh, I'm gonna do these first. Always have to do the daily thingy-mabobs first. You know how it is. Always gotta check out the daily thingy-mabobs. Alright, what's going on? I gotta do these because I want to do some of those character quests, but I have to do the daily things in order to get the keys for those. So let's do them. Alright. Can I just fly over there? Probably. Let's do it.
With the wind.
Let's do it. We're gonna fly straight over there. I still haven't explored this area a whole lot. Like, I don't know what those rocks are over there in a circle. Couldn't tell you. Alright, what is up, Mr. Hilly Trail? Oh, you actually got me. I wasn't expecting you to get me. I didn't think you would. Man. Well, color me surprised. That's pretty crazy right there. Calm down, sir. I'm gonna take you out as well. Goodbye, all of you. Goodbye. And you too. Outfitters saying goodbye. Okay. Done and done. Excellent. Yeah, I want to take on some of the Fontaine quests because I still have to get through the story of that region. Alright, what we got? What have we got in this direction? Oh no. Oh. Later. Okay, maybe not. I thought I was going to be able to escape that guy. But I was not. Oh. How very dare you. That was incredibly rude, and I can't believe you would do that to me. Unbelievable. And goodbye. Might as well take these guys out, you know? They're bothering me. I can't allow that. Absolutely ridiculous. Oh no. It's one of the flowers. Did I just attack the... I think I just attacked a bird. Now that was rude of me. I can't believe that happened. And you're done. Yes, excellent. I need that nectar to, like, level up some of my characters. Alright. Excuse me. You have a shield and I don't much appreciate it. Oh, I'm on the wall for some reason. Get off the wall. There we go. I don't know why, but I have a knack for going on walls when I don't mean to. I should not be using electro to attack an electro slime. It just doesn't work. Alright, take this. Get rid of your shield. I don't want to see it no more. Nice try. Ooh, goodbye. Ooh, I got 2 of them. That's how unprepared for me this guy is. Look at this. Look at this. Absolutely crazy. Get out of here. Ow. That didn't happen. Can we all agree that that just did not happen? Indeed. I think we can. Oh, I gotta regenerate my stamina. That's the one problem with using Hu Tao, is that she uses up stamina really quickly. Very quickly. Okay. Where should we go next? I guess we're going to this place. Oh yeah. I've done these before. Oh, a little gust of wind. How nice. Alright, I'm gonna get the drop on these guys. Watch this. They're not ready. They were never ready. I missed. It's okay. What? Okay. That was not meant to happen that way. But it's fine. I'll just heal up Hu Tao. It's her least favorite thing, but she doesn't know what's good for her. So, you know, I kind of have to do it anyway. Come down. Oh, not that. Come down from there. I'm just gonna like... Oh, I actually knocked one down. Awesome. Taking you out. Alright. Can I get you? I can. Sort of. Yeah, there we go. Get obliterated. Ow. You as well. Oh, you as well. Stop doing this. This is nonsense. Get obliterated. I'm gonna destroy you with your own element. And he's gone. It's just as easy as that. And now we shall run over here. Ooh. Ooh. I need to do these things. Okay, hold on. Where's Amber? Amber, I need your assistance. Thank you. I'm going to use you because I've always used you for these things. I missed. It's fine. It's totally fine. What? I'm aiming right at it and it's like, oh, I'm gonna shoot to the left of that thing. They will come in handy, maybe, potentially. Who did I have? I had Hu Tao. That's right. How could I forget? Yeah, every time I see those little fishing spots, I always am reminded that I still need to get the catch. I still have never gotten the catch. All right. Who ordered a knuckle sandwich? Who was it? Was it you? Was it you? Delivered. Here is your I guess, hydro sandwich? Yes. Destroyed. That's what we like to see. Oh, leftover electricity. Wonderful. Alright. Daily, that is so close to leveling up. Okay. Daily commissions completed. Awesome. I'll just, I guess, hop over to Mondstadt in order to retrieve the daily commissions. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me, we're good.
Add Astro. Thank you for
Oh, there we go. Daily commissions complete. Love to see it. Let's get all of these. Oh, you still have a couple hours. Okay, and so do you. And you. Oh, I didn't realize. Okay, that'll be fine. That'll be perfectly fine. Ooh, level up. Battle pass leveled up. Okay. Let's hop back over to Fontaine because I need to do stuff here. I did a little bit of exploring between the last stream and this one. Just because I wanted to uncover a bit more of the map, get some of the these things that teleport waypoints. All good. Okay. Let's go ahead and do this one. I did get this teleport waypoint, which is awesome. Ooh, that is a really cool looking place, actually. There's a viewpoint there. Awesome. Can I potentially do this? No character. Is there any way to hide the... I guess there's not a way to hide that stuff, but... Boom! Wait, I know how to do it. Cancel navigation. Those should go away. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Now, I can do the photo thing. Hide character, all that good stuff. Perfect. I love it. I like it. Awesome stuff. Okay. Boom. Let's continue the story of Fontaine.
Whoa. Now this is fancy.
Opera Epiclese. Epiclese.
What a place to hold a performance. No wonder Lydia and Lynette were looking forward to it. Huh.
Yeah, I'd be
Looks
looking
like
forward to
there's a lot
that.
of people standing around the fountain up ahead.
Oh, Archon, please bless us with a bright and healthy child. We pray.
This fountain must have
I don't know
importance.
why you always feel the need to ask so much. I'll be happy as long as our child is healthy and lives a peaceful life.
True.
I guess if they're our kid, then there's no doubt they'll turn out smart.
Ooh.
This is one of the customs in Fontaine. There sure are a lot of couples here.
Couldn't be me. Vache.
What's wrong?
I heard a voice.
No, Paimon didn't say anything. Are you hearing things?
Yes,
Welcome to the Fountain of Lucine.
I am hearing
All
things.
the water flowing through Fontaine converges here. It's customary for newlyweds to come here and wish for children.
Oh, I see.
Lynette! You scared
How did you just get scared? She said a full-on like couple sentences and then you
Lynette
reacted.
asked me to wait here for you, remember?
Right.
What do you mean? There are a lot of people here right now.
It was coming from inside of my head.
Trying to scare Paimon, are you? Besides, it's the middle of the day. It's not the time for eerie things.
True. We gotta wait till
I
dark
see.
before we talk about scary things.
I might be able to tell you something that could help explain the voice you heard. In fact, you might not be imagining things at all. I suspect that
It's because of his sensitivity to the hydro element? But what would hearing a voice have to do with elemental power?
when do you cry,
Interesting.
Paimon?
Wait, what? What does that have to do with anything?
Just answer me. When do you cry?
All the time. That's who Paimon is.
When Paimon's really sad? Oh, and when Paimon's super happy. Oh, and also when Paimon's really, really scared.
Then you should understand that tears
Exactly.
contain your most intense emotions. Like I just mentioned, the Fountain of Lucine is where all the flowing water in Fontaine converges. Even the tears that fall to the ground will eventually gather here. So maybe what you heard was the intense emotion coming from someone's tears.
Interesting.
So, what did the voice say? Huh. If you were hearing their emotions, then Paimon wonders what happened to them.
Rather
Who
than
knows?
worrying about them, we should worry about my brother first. Don't
Oh,
let
did
that
he go
calm look at his
missing?
fool you. He tends to get pretty nervous just before a performance. So chatting with Linny might help him relax a little before.
Oh, right. That makes sense.
Okay, maybe he's not missing.
Let's go in and see Linny.
That's good. We like it when people are not missing.
Go.
Oh. Ooh. Oh, so this is like Leeway, or not Leeway, what am I talking about? This is Fontaine's version of like that tree from Inazuma. The tree in, whatchamacallit, Dragonspine in Mondstadt. You can throw the hydrosigils you obtained from across Fontaine into the Fountain of Lucine outside the Opera Epiclese to raise its level and obtain valuable rewards. It is. What kind of rewards? Good stuff? Yeah. I like this, the Crown of Insight. I'm guessing... Oh man, there's 50 levels. Okay. I'm guessing that there are wings in there at some point, which would be pretty awesome. I like to talk with the NPCs every now and then. Yes, this is one reason why, because they sometimes give you things. They sometimes give you stuff. Guide to Equity. Nice. What do you have to say, Herbier? I don't know if I said that right. So does Fiorina write her own dramas and stuff like that? That's pretty cool. All right. Ooh. Oh, I forgot what the name of this species is. So Neuvillette is the Chief Justice and the one who brought us... Oh, Melusines, that's right. To the court of Fontaine to live. Awesome. He's very busy. Awesome. No matter how busy he is, he will still greet us when he sees us, just as he's done for several hundred years now. Oh. So he's pretty old man then. See, soft sea foam reflecting the sunlight. Her temper is, well, she's hard to read. Sometimes she's like tempestuous waves, other times it's stagnant water in a deep pool. Interesting. Okay. I guess so. I guess that makes sense. All right. Let's see what this is all about. The Opera House. Oh, there he is. It's like he was waiting for us or something.
Ah, Traveler and Paimon. Good to see you. I knew you two would come.
Of course, Linny.
Are you
Of course.
kidding? We wouldn't miss it for the world. We've been looking forward to it.
I can tell, judging by how early you've arrived. But you're actually right on time. The audience still hasn't started entering the venue yet, which means now is the perfect chance for us to take you to the best seats in the house.
Ooh,
Wait
nice.
just a moment. I'll fetch the tickets.
Awesome. I guess we'll be in like a booth or something.
The Opera House has
Just
a
silent
sign scene,
conversation.
So you always have to make reservations. I've already reserved your seats, and here are your tickets.
Why, thank you, good sir.
Ooh, front row seats. Thanks, Linny.
Don't mention it. There's no need to keep thanking me.
Yes, there is. It's the polite thing
Hey,
to do.
Lenny, could you come over here and take a look at this?
Who's that guy? Cowl.
Oh, I'll be right there. Seems there's an issue with the stage props over there. That's Cal, my assistant, calling me. I'll go lend him a hand.
Yeah, we'll just go to our seats. You go ahead, Liddy.
Let's go find a spot to sit, I suppose. I'll have to explore more of the Opera House later, but I'm assuming... Nope. I assumed wrong. I should never assume. Through these doors. Ooh. Look at this place. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna save that. Alright. Oh, cutscene time. Very impressive place here.
Your seats. Come on, let's sit down.
Awkward silence. Is that Neuvillette?
Hey, traveler. Maybe we should strike up a conversation with the person next to us. Since we're sitting together and...
I saw him on the banner when he came out, so I kind of already know what he looks like.
Kinda awkward if we don't say anything. You little...
Do it.
Of course you put this
You're the
on my
talkative one.
Excuse me. I did not realize you felt awkward. I am terribly sorry.
You are fine,
I
my
would be
good man.
perfectly happy to chat with you if that is what you would like.
Oh, so you heard
I mean,
all of that?
you weren't
Yeah.
being terribly quiet, Paimon.
Boy, you sure have good ears. Wait, that's not it. Paimon's sorry. Paimon's the one who was being rude, talking under her breath like that.
Yeah.
So, let's talk, but, what, oh, Paimon's got it. You're also here early and sitting in the front. Are you a friend of Linny's too?
A
Must be.
friend, you say? Well, if Mr. Linney would like to be my friend, I would be more than happy to reciprocate.
Awesome.
Oh, so you're not friends with Linny then? Oh, this is getting...
Maybe he was just
A second.
incredibly early.
Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We just arrived in Fontaine.
Yup.
It is an honor to meet you two. I have heard of your deeds across Teyvat.
Really?
And
Seems
as
like a lot of
required
people
by
have.
proper etiquette, I will also introduce myself. I am...
Oh, Monsieur Neuvillette. What an honor it is to have you here to see my show.
Ah, Mr. Linney. I should say it is in fact an honor for me to see your performance in person.
Wait,
Lenny and Lynette must be pretty good
Neuvillette?
performers then.
could he be...
I saw you all chatting just now, but it seems you still don't know who Monsieur Neuvillette is. Allow
I
me
mean,
to
I
introduce
do,
you to
but the
Fontaine's
Traveler must
Chief
not.
Justice. That seat is always reserved for him. It wouldn't be too much to say that he's the symbol of justice and honesty here in Fontaine.
He gets the fancy seat.
Sorry for being so rude just now. Paimon had no idea you were such an important person.
No offense taken. Being Chief Justice is merely what I do for work. Nearly every
True.
person has their usual reserved seat, so I'm not so special, really.
Oh, so everyone's kind of got their own seat that they
And
usually
by
go
the
to.
way, I
Makes
should
sense.
probably let you know, even though I would prefer not to. There's someone sitting up there in the VIP
Oh.
seats that has been striking a pose for quite a while now.
Does he not like Farina or
I
something?
believe she is trying to give you a most elegant and impressive first impression. So I think you should take notice of her sooner rather than later. Otherwise, she may become flustered.
Hmm. Oh, she's staring at us.
Huh?
How dare you?
Oh, it's Farina, the Hydro Archon. Huh. She sure has a smug and satisfied look on her face.
Mm-hmm.
Guess she has no idea that you saw right through her act.
Very good. That is for the best. No need to pay her any more attention. We may now enjoy the show.
Huh?
Oh,
So is this what things are like between the
So
Chief
all we had to do
Justice
was
and the
just-
Hydro Archon?
let her know that
All
we
right.
we
Please wait
know
just a
that
moment
she's
longer.
staring at us now.
I've pretty much finished my preparations, and the performance will start as soon as the audience has made their way to their seats.
Yay! The show's finally about to start! Paimon can hardly wait!
Never ever? Man, I've been to the circus actually quite a few times. I've seen magic shows. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. The greatest show on earth, in fact. Okay. Nicolette does not seem impressed.
Sorry. Paimon will try to stay quiet.
Perfect. Please do.
Welcome,
Just for now.
one and all, to the Opera Epiclese. I am the star of today's show, Linny.
Why,
And over here
quite
is
impressive.
my sister Lynette, who will be working as my wonderful assistant. Please, let's give her a warm welcome.
Let's.
Hello, everyone.
Warm welcome time. Wow. Such enthusiasm.
I know she may seem to be a little sleepy right now, but that's just a sign that she's nervous.
Whatever.
Now, some of you may be thinking,
Perfect. Sibling
two
dynamics.
vision
I like
holders
it.
who can freely manipulate elemental powers performing magic is not true magic at all. So, I would like to take a moment to assure you that elemental powers will have nothing to do with what you will witness on the stage today.
Cool. Proper magic. Let's see what
Both
they've got.
Lynette and myself have removed our visions for the show. That way, even the gods won't be able to help us.
Interesting.
Good point. That's what makes the show real magic.
Now, without further ado, let the show begin.
Couldn't they just
Lynette will now exit the
hand over like
stage to make
fake
some
visions though?
preparations.
Like they could just make props for it or something.
I know you might miss her,
Possible.
but don't worry. She'll be coming right back on stage momentarily. Perhaps in an unexpected way. I'm sure
Don't
she'll be
spoil it.
stealing the spotlight soon enough. Oh, and before I forget, there's one more thing I should say. You never know what can happen in the blink of an eye.
Ooh,
A
mysterious.
magician's greatest skill is making things disappear or appear. The possibilities are endless.
What you got, Lenny? Let's see it. Fancy. What else you got?
But this isn't what you came for.
No.
These little tricks, you've seen them all before. So it's time
Very
for
true.
something truly extraordinary, don't you think? This one's a little tricky.
What's he gonna do? Oh, okay.
Using this water tank, I shall make my sister vanish completely, right before your very eyes.
What's that person's name who would always escape from things like this? I forgot. I don't know how. I forgot, but I did.
It's actually quite simple. She'll just turn into air bubbles and float right out of the top. Oh no! I told them to check all the props carefully.
Oh
With the lid
no.
on, even air can't escape. An amateur magician would be getting very nervous right around now.
But that is not
Luckily,
he.
It's me on stage, so let me show you what a true virtuoso can do.
Poof.
Lynette, are you still there? Don't go too far. We don't want to use up all our magic.
Hi, I'm back.
Uh-huh.
Bravo. Encore. Yeah, now it's gonna bother me. I wonder what that guy's name was.
Whoa! What in the world just happened? How did he do that? Paimon didn't see him do anything.
I don't think he did.
Wasn't Lynette inside the water tank? How did she disappear and then
If we could see easily through his tricks, then that would mean that his skills are still lacking.
Fair.
To appreciate
Very
magic,
fair.
You should focus on the show happening on stage, rather than getting caught up in trying to see that which has been intentionally hidden.
If you overthink it, it doesn't become as fun.
Paimon couldn't believe her eyes when Lynette reappeared. Amazing!
Thank you everyone. I'm glad you enjoyed that performance. But our magical journey has only just begun.
Oh,
I've prepared even
but wait,
more
there's more.
astonishing surprises for everyone here. The magic of transformation and disappearance can go far beyond what you've just seen.
What's that little critter he's got in his hat?
I'm sure many of you are thinking that escaping the water tank was impressive enough. But Lynette is still my assistant after all. In which case, I have ample time to make all necessary preparations. So, for my next trick, I will require the participation of one lucky audience member. Please, if my assistants could bring out the magical boxes
Who's he
now.
gonna pick?
There are
He's gonna
two
pick Paimon,
boxes
isn't he?
and only two boxes. One is here, and one is there in the aisle among the audience. I'm sure many of our clever audience members have already guessed our next magic trick. A swap. Our lucky audience member and
Cool.
I will each enter a magic box. Now please, everyone pay very close attention to the box you see here. Don't give me any chance to make a move.
Wow!
Okay.
How's he gonna do
I'm
it?
staring at you now.
Hey, do you think this is all magic tricks, or does Lenny have actual superpowers?
The lucky audience member will be generated by this random number selector.
RNG? No way.
It selects numbers entirely at random. Even I don't know who will be chosen to participate. Now then, let's
Fancy.
begin.
Who is it?
See. Oh, row 7, seat 3. Congratulations! You now have the chance to
Whoa.
experience magic firsthand for an entire minute. Please, come
Man,
forward.
one whole
My
minute?
assistant will take
That's
you
crazy.
beside the magic box. I'm sorry, it might be
He
a
doesn't
little
look too
cramped
excited.
inside, but no need to feel nervous. We've carefully arranged everything for you to be as comfortable as possible. You don't need to do anything, but no matter what strange things may happen, don't come out of the box. If the magic is interrupted, who knows where you might end up? You might even find yourself in the Fortress of Meripede.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what that place
All
is.
right. Before I enter the magic box, there is one more thing I need to ask the audience to do. Could you all give me a countdown?
Drum
Like
roll.
this. 60, 59, 58. Just keep counting down. You can go a little faster or slower if you like.
Okay.
I won't be able to see anything in the pitch black box, so I'll be relying on your voices to know when time is up. Oh, and no tricks now. If you quickly count from 60 in just 30 seconds, then I'll be in a tough spot.
Fair.
Ooh, Paimon kinda wants to count faster after hearing him say that.
No, that won't do. I can see it in your eyes. You still can't be trusted. Let's practice together. Come on, repeat
Rick.
after me. 60, 59, 58. 60, 59, 58. That's right, perfect.
And keep going.
Keep it going. All right, I'll see you all on the other side once you've finished counting.
54, 53, 54.
That's too fast.
Why aren't you counting, Mervilette?
I am counting in my head. I think things are exciting enough in here as it is. Merely a consequence of my identity and personality.
He does
Do
seem
not
like
worry
the
about
quiet
me.
type.
Just
Oh, alright. You look so serious that Paimon thought you might be feeling uncomfortable or something.
40, 39, 38. Mr. Linney, are you all right in there? Is everything ready?
Yes, I'm fine. I'm just double checking the direction of the magic. It would be a disaster if we get sent to the wrong places. For example,
Can they all hear what he's saying?
The audience?
Even though he's saying that, Lenny doesn't seem
Oh,
nervous
they can.
at all.
Oh,
What was that noise? Did you hear it too? Not sure. Anyway, it doesn't seem like
was it a
anyone's
trap
worried
door?
about you.
What's
I figure it
wrong,
was.
Mr. Linney? I can still...
I seem to have accidentally knocked over a decoration.
Never mind the decorations. There's no time for that. The show is what's important.
True.
No, that's unacceptable. I want my show to be perfect.
He's performing in front of the Archon after all.
30 seconds. Here.
19, 18, 17.
It seems things aren't quite going as planned. It feels like you're all starting to count faster, but that's all right. I know it can be tiring to do such a long countdown. 10 seconds and change is still plenty of time.
All right then.
Almost there.
Whatever you say, Linny.
Swapping two people is harder work than you might think. Even a master magician like me can't guarantee I'll get it right the first time. Hey, wait. Is this the back one? I can't tell. They both look the same inside. Huh? No, that's not it. I'll try again.
7.
Hey, slow down! Honestly.
5. 4. 3.
Whoops! That doesn't count.
You didn't come out when they finished, man.
Ta-da!
Perfect. Well done, well done. Applause. Applause all around. Oh. Oh, that doesn't seem quite right. Oh no, that really does not seem quite right. And what happened to the audience member?
Is this part of the show? Mr. Lenny, you're going to use magic to fix the stage now, right?
What happened?
Oh
Mm-mm.
no. Maybe this isn't part of the show. The girl was still in that box, right?
This performance is over. Medical staff with me. Guards, secure the scene and detain all the performers. Seal the exits. No one is allowed in or out at this time.
Oh my.
Yes, that's right. If this was just an accident, then we must investigate the cause. But if this was all part of some scheme, then those accountable will not escape the judgment of the God of Justice.
No need to be alarmed.
Fair.
Lucy. We'll get to the bottom of this soon enough.
He's got quite the air of authority when it comes to
Unfortunately,
it.
the person who is in the magic box has been pronounced dead.
Oh
His name
no.
was Cowell.
It was
one of the
Cowell?
assistants in Linny's magic troupe. Apparently, the fireworks on stage ignited the ropes that were suspending the water tank, which then caused the tank to fall onto the stage. As of now, we are still not sure why we found Cowell in the box, rather than the guest from the audience. And after an initial search of the area, the guards have confirmed that the girl is nowhere to be found. It appears that this incident was not merely some mishap with the performance, and there are many indications that it is connected with the case of the serial disappearances of young women.
Oh, the ones in the
serial
newspapers.
disappearances case?
That's the case that Charlotte mentioned before.
I know the truth. I can see through the whole thing. Really, using such a shallow and obvious mystery as his finale. Did he really underestimate us that badly?
Is she jumping to conclusions?
Our powerful magician, Mr. Linny, is now the prime suspect for the serial disappearances case.
Uh-oh.
Huh? Why me? This whole thing was an accident.
No, this all occurred during your magic show, did it not? The
That is
missing
true.
girl disappeared after being chosen, did she not? The deceased is one of your assistants, is he not? Now that I think about it, that whole speech about magicians making things disappear was nothing more than a provocation, a bald-faced challenge.
That can't be right. How can Lenny do this? He was in the box on the stage the entire time. We can even hear his voice. Besides, before the
it's true.
show, he told us they would like to catch the criminal behind the disappearances. He couldn't possibly meet
Save discussion for a later time, please. Lady Farina, may I assume that your comments just now constitute an accusation against Mr. Linney and his associates, and that you are pressing charges?
Uh-oh.
I just think that he... Well, I think it might be a little early to talk about formally pressing charges.
Yeah, maybe a little bit early.
What said just now makes perfect sense. Looks like she's gonna personally deliver justice.
How so?
And murder carried out under the cover of a magic show. Lady Farina said it all.
They don't seem terribly disturbed by what they just saw.
Of course, my dear people. But what excites me even more than the obvious truth before our eyes is the opponent I'll be facing. That's right. I mean you, traveler.
Wait, how did I get roped into this?
You? After all, he was the one who helped you the first time we met. Then there's no problem at all.
I just suddenly got roped into this trial. Interesting.
The first time we met. But with Linney's help, our little duel ended in a draw. But draws really are the most boring possible outcome. So, no more draws. Between the two of us, there must be a clear winner and loser. And what better place to hold such a riveting showdown and decide the true victor
Oh,
than
the
here,
same place?
on the grandest of stages, the Opera Epiclese. It wasn't a draw. She obviously lost last time.
True.
I understand. Charges have now been pressed, and as such, a trial is in order. Well, traveler, seems Lady Farina has set you in her sights. But putting her dramatic rhetoric aside for a moment, I would like to ask you, are you willing to act as Mr. Linney's attorney and defend him in this case?
Count me in.
Very well. The trial will be held a day from now in the Opera House. Both sides may investigate the scene to build their cases and search for the truth. Linney and his troupe are all potential suspects, and shall remain within the Opera House. The audience may begin to leave in an orderly fashion once they have been cleared by the guards.
A day isn't that long. Let's see what kind of case this big shot Outlander can build in such a short amount of time. I'm really quite looking forward to hearing it.
She's setting us up.
Linney!
Sorry about everything that happened just now. Were you frightened?
Of course.
Oh, yes.
Be scared after witnessing an accident like that.
Yeah, I'm a little shaken up myself.
Yeah, we were just
How could
talking
this
with
happen?
Cowl.
And poor Cal. I know you already claimed that you would defend me, but now it's just us talking. Tell me, do you think I could possibly be the murderer?
I
Good to
don't
hear.
think so.
Thank you so much for trusting me. I'm sure everyone sees me as the biggest suspect at this point. But if you ask me, the whole thing is mysteries layered upon mysteries, such that all that's left is confusion. I don't know whether what happened there on the stage was purely an accident or not. And I don't know why poor Cal was in the box.
Yeah, that doesn't make
As for
sense.
how that girl chosen from the audience could suddenly disappear, I'm afraid I don't have any answers either. If someone tampered with my performance, then we need to figure out what they did. Even a skilled and knowledgeable magician like myself couldn't pull all that off in just 1 minute.
Which is precisely why we need to investigate. As this book says, the impossible could not have happened. Whatever happened must have been that which is possible.
Detective Paimon.
Paimon bought them when we were reading at the bookshop in the city earlier. Pretty cool, huh?
Wait, how did you buy them? Don't I hold on to them, Mora?
Don't worry. Paimon used her own savings to buy them.
Oh.
It wasn't from our travel funds.
Oh, fair enough.
I think they look cute on you, Paimon.
You would say that, Lynette. Or Lynette.
That's the right attitude. Feeling depressed isn't going to help me now. I need to get back to my normal self. But with the guards watching our every move, it's going to be especially difficult for Lynette and I to prove our own innocence. Good thing you agreed to be our attorneys. Thanks for that.
Let me
We'll
do
be
the
counting on you.
investigation.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah, just leave it. Oh, since we're going to start
Let me do it.
investigating, Paimon has a question first. Where did Lynette go during the performance?
Oh, well, I'm afraid that would involve some of our essential trade secrets as magicians.
The secrets behind our magic are past saving, Linny.
I
Yeah,
suppose you're right.
Everything's kind of under
The truth
investigation at
behind
this
our
point.
tricks is going to be important evidence that will be weighted during the trial. 'Tis truly a pity. As a magician, our magic show is a work of art. We've poured countless hours and spared no effort in perfecting it. But if revealing our secrets will help you uncover the truth behind what happened, then it will be well worth it.
Yeah, we kind of
We
have to
should
do
go
that.
somewhere else if we're going to discuss our magic tricks. We'll go speak with the guards, and in the meantime, you can go investigate the stage and the seating areas.
Alright, let's go have a look while the investigation teams are still here.
Detective Paimon.
Hello, officer. How's the investigation going?
Ah, I see. You must be the traveler that Lady Farina mentioned. Listen, I'll be perfectly honest with you. I'd avoid getting mixed up in this whirlpool of a mess if I were you.
It's kind of too late for that.
What?
Come with me and you'll see. The deceased is one of Linny's assistants, named Cal. Even though he hadn't joined the troupe long, he was hardworking and everyone generally liked him. The assistants are usually in charge of setting up and inspecting the props, as well as assisting with the show and keeping the crowd engaged. As you probably saw when you were in the audience, the water tank suddenly fell and smashed the box with Cowl inside it. This is the real mystery. We've already searched the scene and were unable to find any traces of the girl. However,
traces?
if you look carefully, the box was positioned directly under the water tank. The ropes holding the tank were then burned by the pyrotechnics on stage, causing them to snap. All these factors lining up so perfectly makes it hard to see this as a mere accident. If anything, the more
That's
logical
understandable.
explanation is that the whole incident was intentionally planned, and Linny is the most likely person to have access to all these areas.
But he doesn't have a motive.
Are you both good friends of his?
Well,
you
we just
can't
kind of
say we're good
just met him.
friends, but we've known each other for a little while.
So in just a short time, he was not only able to win your trust, but even convince you to act as his attorneys. I know there's no such thing as magic. The real trick of a magician is holding the audience in the palm of their hand. I've seen a lot of cases, and I can tell you that people are the least reliable kind of evidence. Sorry, I tend to be pretty straightforward. Just
he is a
know
police
that
officer,
I'm
so
warning you for
that
your
makes
own
sense.
good. Anyway, you may investigate the scene of the crime yourselves if you're curious. Who knows, maybe you'll be able to come up with some new evidence.
Will do. Oh, okay. So I can... Oh, so this is like a whole nother tool or something? Keeping the crowd engaged, yes. Alright. So is this a... what's it call it? A gadget that I have to equip? No.
Whoever the murderer was, they must have made proper. Why would it be him?
Don't know. It's a good question. Okay, so I need to... Oh, very cool. Okay. Broken magic box was left on the scene after the guards completed their investigation. The water... Yeah, I mean, it did strike it very hard. Very much it did so.
The investigation team has some new findings. Turns out there's an issue with the random number selector after all.
See,
There is.
told you. What if the machine picked some big guy's seat? You think the murderer would have still made his move then?
Sorry to interrupt, but we're helping Linny and Lynette with their side of the investigation. What were you saying about the number selector? There's...
You're trying to help them? That'll
Yes.
be a tall order.
Lenny used the machine to pick a random member of the audience during his performance, right? A lucky girl that later disappeared. Well, we thought there might be a serious problem with the machine, so we had it taken away for further inspection.
It turns out that the seat number it picked wasn't random at all. The machine picks that same number every time.
Oh, I see.
I'm sure you already know that you have to make a reservation in advance to get a seat, regardless of whether it's a trial or some performance. In other words, Linny knew who would be sitting where from the very beginning.
Oh. That does make it
out.
pretty difficult.
Linny reserved our seats for us too.
Let you see why I was saying it'd be tough to make a case for Linny.
Even though it's bad for Linny's case, Paimon had better write it down.
Yeah, that's gonna be tough to refute. Unless he can prove that he like, you know, like, unless he can prove that he had it, like he wrote down which number it picks before everyone made their reservations, you know?
So this is the rope that broke and caused the water tank to fall.
Who's that random guy in the
rope
audience
looks
there?
pretty durable. How can it be burned through so quickly by fireworks? Why are you suddenly so serious, traveler? Whoa. Look! This bit is made. Most of it was burned away, but there's still a little bit of it left. Huh. So if a rope meant to hold something was made with that kind of material in it... Wait! Why don't you write all this down? Let's take notes!
Who did he get the rope from? Who made this rope? Who made it this way?
Hello there! What are you investigating?
Oh, this location has also been cordoned off because the Magic Troop members are currently considered prime suspects. The investigation team is still collecting evidence. The seats were all booked in advance, so we were able to deduce the missing woman's identity by checking the guest list. Sure, it's not like this is confidential information. We will publish it later anyway when we petition the public to help us find the missing person. Her name is Halsey. She's a painter from Fontaine who's made a bit of a name for herself. Apparently, she wasn't a regular at the Opera House, but she'd been feeling some pressure with her work lately, which made her decide to come see the magic show. The Magic Troop members all claim not to know her. We have looked into her social connections. It seems that she has no personal grievances or conflicts of interest with the suspects.
Oh, that's something.
Simply put, she wasn't related to the Magic Troop at all, which matches the features of the previous serial disappearances.
Oh, never mind.
Were the victims of previous cases also chosen at random?
That's how it seems to us, in any case. Apart from the fact that they were all young women of around the same age range, there really weren't any other connections between them.
Interesting.
Okay then.
I don't need to be so formal. If you do happen to see the missing girl, please be sure to contact us. It is of utmost importance that we get to the bottom of these disappearances.
Alright, so now we know who that audience member is. Oh, where else do I need to go? Oh, up here. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. There's still some people left around. Oh, I need to talk to them. Makes sense.
I see that you're investigating the area.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it just so happens that I'm interested too. If you
Is
find
that
any
so?
new and interesting leads,
We don't have too many thoughts yet.
then why don't I tell you my hypothesis first?
Okay.
The way I see it. And I'll start it with that loud thud.
The thud?
Yeah, there was a thud.
Oh, you mean the sound that happened during the countdown?
I figured it was
Yes,
just him
exactly.
swapping places.
It wasn't terribly loud, but I suspect that most people heard it. It's just that everyone was awaiting the results of Linny's trick with bated breath. So no one paid it much mind.
That makes sense. So, what do you make of it?
I'm of the opinion that it may have been the sound of Linny's accomplice. Lynette, perhaps. Jumping atop the water tank, or something like that. And when the pyrotechnics went off, she cut the rope, sending the water tank crashing down.
Wait,
Interesting.
wasn't the noise we heard too loud for that?
Perhaps the balance wasn't right, leading to a particularly rough landing. Oh, that's true. I suppose I must reconsider.
That does remind
We cannot
Paimon,
jump
though.
to any conclusions.
What was with that sound?
Yeah, the strange sound. I heard that too. Oh yeah, let's investigate this box. Ah, that wasn't particularly helpful.
Lenny's still talking to the guards. It seems he'll have a lot of explaining to do.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think someone
a
will be
lot.
assigned to monitor us later, but that's alright.
46 meters. Wait, so how do I... Where do I go? Do I go outside?
Hey, you! Yes, both of you! Over here! I've been keeping
Uh-oh.
an eye on
Who are
you for a
these?
while now.
Huh? You mean us?
That's right. If I'm not mistaken, you're also among those who wish to cut down the thorns and pursue the truth. No? And by the looks of it, you're not from Fontaine.
Well,
Indeed.
you're right on the mark about that one, but who are you?
Who
Have
are
you
you?
never heard of the Spina di Rosula?
I have not.
From mediating disputes and providing protection to solving conundrums, you name it, Spina di Rosula does it.
So are you a private investigator or something then?
Navia have the honor of being its renowned
Navia.
president. Though those who play by our rules call me boss.
I'm Silver,
Cool.
per attendant. Pleased to meet you.
And I'm Melus. Demoiselle's various daily needs and affairs are under my purview.
Perfect.
Huh? Boss? Demoiselle? What gives with the names?
Well,
It's just the way they run things.
Generation president. Malus and the others are still used to my previous title.
My apologies, Demoiselle. Should you prefer, boss, I will endeavor to use that instead.
Man,
No,
very
no
formal.
need. You don't have to call me boss. Just Navia is fine.
Why'd you point at me?
If you say so. Not that we're members of Spina di Rosula anyway.
All merely trifling details. Never mind. Now, back to the situation at hand. That's
Was
right.
she there in the
I've always
audience?
kept an eye on
I
the
guess
serial
so.
disappearance cases. My interest stems from a matter back from my father's time. Judging from the look of things, I find Linny an unlikely mastermind.
Exactly, exactly.
We think so too. That's why we're looking for clues now. But how did you come to that conclusion?
Intuition, naturally. My unparalleled intuition.
Fair
Felicia
enough.
was quick to point the finger at Linny without any decisive evidence whatsoever, wasn't she?
Yeah, I thought so
But
too.
That's not uncommon for her. If you remember, the justice had to interrupt her and ask if she was pressing charges just to keep her from getting carried away. Anyway, a trial begins
She has
the
a
moment
knack for
someone
drama,
levels
doesn't she?
charges. And, of course, there was no way Farina was going to back down in that situation.
Sounds more like you just don't trust the Hydro Archon.
Well, what's your opinion? I must admit that she can be interesting at times.
I don't know her that
Liking
well,
her
though.
doesn't mean that I'll blindly agree with her. All right, I've answered your question. Now, it's time you answer mine.
Uh-oh.
Wait a minute. Did that answer count?
Well, I say it does. But don't worry. You won't hear any pointless questions from me. In your opinion, do you think it's right to treat a trial like it's an opera?
Well?
I suppose not, because if
And why
the...
would that be?
Because then the focus is on the drama and not necessarily getting to the root of the issue, I suppose.
See, Silver and Malus? I told you they'd be different.
Most astute of you, Demoiselle. I too think that the traveler's response was most excellent.
Most excellent.
No matter
Why, thank
how
you, sir.
wonderful the script or how fervent the audience's expectations may be, the trials that go on stage here must be based in fact.
Indeed.
And if that can be done, boss, then
All right, that's quite enough, Malus. Anyway, I like your answer. You pass with flying colors. Now,
Oh, thanks.
I need to make some preparations, following which our joint investigation shall
Joint
commence.
investigation.
You two shall be my assistants.
Huh?
Hey, become assistant.
Exactly.
Oh, well, I can be the assistant. Sure. Or your companion, if you like. I'm
Just-
really not that fussy.
Just butting right into our investigation.
That's more like it.
Far be it from me to brag, but I believe that Demoiselle's intuition will be instrumental in uncovering the truth. You wish to save a friend from false accusations, and we wish to unravel the disappearances. In this sense, our goals are aligned.
When you put it that way, it's more reasonable.
You're quite the talker, aren't you, mister? And what about you over there? What do you think? You seem like you've got something on your mind.
He's a very quiet
I have
guy.
nothing to add.
Oh, alrighty.
We'll be making some preparations first. Just be sure to let us know if they start revealing Lenny's tricks. Thanks!
Oh, I just dropped something. There we go, I got the thing back. Alright.
Why would it be him? Gosh, no wonder the serial disappearances never got solved. We
Yeah,
all
they're just
heard
cold
that
cases.
noise, didn't we? Whoever the this rope, people needed to let.
Alright. Oh, the Melusine. What have you to say?
Sorry, but no one can freely enter or exit the Opera House at the moment. If you wish to leave, you must register your identity with us first.
No, we're not leaving. We're representing Lily
Yeah.
and Lynette as attorneys, so were you always guarding this entrance?
Yes, after the Chief Justice gave the order, everyone coming in or out must undergo a strict inspection. So, the missing girl couldn't have left from here. At least, not from that point on. I doubt there was much opportunity then either.
How can you be so sure?
Well,
Yeah.
because I was in charge of security near the entrance at that time. I couldn't see Linny's performance from here, which was quite a shame. Just my luck. But still, I did not abandon my post. And I stayed put no matter how loud the applause
Very
was.
nice.
If someone had so much as even approached the door, I would have noticed it, let alone if they had tried to leave. We
Awesome.
Melusines are good at that sort of thing, you know.
So,
I believe you.
it's safe to say the girl couldn't have left through here. Alright, thank you for your help. This'll be useful.
Cool. Alright, so she didn't leave through the front door.
Checked everything of note here at the performance venue. Paimon wonders how Lenny's discussion with the guards is going. Let's go see, shall we?
Understood. Then I will be going with you. Just so you're aware, I will be monitoring your actions and making notes as necessary.
Very good. Thanks for being so agreeable. I'd pull a rose out of my hat as a gift for you if I could.
You may spare the pleasantries. I'm just doing my job.
You've
They've been
arrived.
talking for a while.
Who's this?
Some random lady who decided she was part of the investigation. That's who she is.
I'm Spina di Rosula's guardian angel. If you've got a problem, I've got the firepower. Sorry, I got a little carried away there. Call me Navia. I'm a partner of theirs, and we'll be helping investigate this whole... And these are my companions. Would you mind if they join as well?
Fine by me.
Oh, new helpers? I would be most grateful.
Well, let's just say we're tagging along. It's not every day you get to see the secrets behind magic performed on such a large scale.
I
Yeah.
appreciate your kind interest.
She just
Come
wants
with
the
me.
secrets.
We'll be heading below stage.
The juicy secrets behind the show.
Huh? Below stage?
Yes, a world of secrets is hidden beneath this magic box, prepared specifically for this switcheroo trick.
I know. It's a what's it called? Trapdoor. It's a trapdoor.
But before I reveal everything, you should have a look first. Notice anything strange here?
The trapdoor.
I'm not trying to be dramatic. Remembering the details of a trick will help you understand the methods used to perform it more easily.
Huh.
Do I have to get in the box?
Balloons and other decorations here? Where did all that go?
Ah, good eye. That said, you're still far from discovering the answer.
The back? You mean the inside of the door? What's different about it? Paimon didn't notice anything.
Yeah, I don't know if
Very
I
good
noticed it
indeed.
either.
I thought you might not be able to catch that, given that you were sitting in the first row. The back of this door was patterned.
Oh.
Those patterns are now gone, replaced by a smooth wooden board.
Interesting. Yeah, I didn't catch that part.
If you put 2 and 2 together, what do you get? Exactly. All right, let's go. I'll tell you how it works as we head down.
Okay, and now I'm interested to know how that works.
Oh, so there was a passageway
Box
under
inside
the
the
magic
box.
box.
I know it. It's a trap door.
I knew you'd figure out most of it as soon as you saw this place. The 2 magic boxes are positioned right above the 2 entrances of the tunnel. See this flatbed trolley? The box with the lucky audience member in it would be shuttled over to the other side using the trolley.
This trolley can raise and lower and even rotate, ensuring that the box will face in the right direction.
Okay, so the outside of the boxes remains the same, but just the inside is switched out. I see.
So that's the purpose of the box inside another box.
Precisely.
They just
The
interchange
inner
it.
box would
Okay.
descend after the audience member was put inside and be moved along the trolley, all while the outer box would remain on stage as if nothing had ever changed.
So that's how you did it!
Once the box was lowered,
I get
the
it now.
trolley would store some energy through this device here, with which it would complete the rest of the steps. The audience member would only be able to feel some slight movements in the dark, and by the time she walked out, she would already be back on stage.
Right! You were talking that whole time, and you even came out for a moment near the end!
Ah, yes. A phonograph operated
microphone?
by Lynette was used to achieve that effect. My assistant and I had already scripted our conversation beforehand. When the countdown began, I had already gone to the opposite box via a tunnel using that ladder.
And what about Lynette? Where was she?
I was in the mezzanine space in the back of the box.
Oh, interesting!
That's how we were able to
Huh.
coordinate Lenny's lines with the assistant. And, by the way, I was the one who walked out of the box at the end.
Wait. I don't remember that part.
I mean, we are twins. All it takes is a change of clothes and no one can tell who's who. And that's my favorite part of this trick. Only Lynette and I can perform it.
So
Interesting.
that's how it all worked! Wow! Every detail you revealed was more amazing than the last!
Lynette would briefly walk out of the box and then go back in, jumping into the tunnel and escaping before the box on the trolley could finish ascending. And then I walk out of the other box in the audience area, and the trick would be complete. The operative word here being would. But as you saw, Cal was in the box, not our audience member. She, on the other hand, mysteriously vanished.
It would be kind of tough to make her vanish,
We really
because
don't know
they
how
really
that
have
happened.
everything under control, pretty much.
If not for that interlude, this would have been an astonishing trick. I probably never would have figured out how you pulled it off. And yet, to think that someone was able to use this magic trick to commit a crime. Could we have a look around? I think we can come up with some more leads.
This is the scene of the crime. So Lenny and Lynette are not permitted to stay here.
Mm.
I'll escort them back up.
Yes, of course. No need to be so strict now. I won't disappear into thin air, you know.
Thanks, everyone. We're counting on you.
Oh, there's a lot of things. We just found out. And a lot of things to check out. Is this rope like the same type of rope that they use to suspend the box, I wonder? Potentially.
What's this? Looks like a hook tied to the end of a rope. Huh?
Perhaps it was a prop for a different trick.
Whatever it is.
I mean, maybe this is just a storage area for like their general props and stuff. This has been smashed.
The floor is wet. Please be careful not to slip.
Speaking of which, why would there be water here?
Oh, Paimon knows. It's one of those tricks where you pour water into a jug and then flip the jug over only for the water to disappear? And
Really?
here's a broken vase. Huh. Did the trolley knock it down while moving?
That can't be. The trolley moves along tracks from start to finish. It couldn't have hit the vase at this distance.
Right.
Let's note this down too and...
I guess it's pretty solid ceiling. I was thinking like maybe when that big old water tank hit the stage, maybe that it broke the vase or something. Yeah, what's this random dress doing here?
These are the clothes that the lady chosen from the audience was wearing, right?
Oh wait, really?
Her clothes are here, but she's nowhere to...
Right. And do you really need to do that if you're kidnapping them? Ugh, this is so confusing. Paimon doesn't want to be a
Why are your
detective
glasses
anymore.
like that now? Yeah, that's all very strange. Very strange stuff. Is there more to investigate? There is. Perfect. Bunch of costumes and stuff. Interesting. Here's the trolley. It's gotta have like some sort of scissor lift on the bottom of it, right? So it can go up and down.
It seems someone can fit through here.
They vented. No way.
Could this have been the suspect's escape route?
Alone, perhaps. But if they had to pull another person with them,
The
this
murderer
space would be too
vented
narrow.
to escape.
But there are no other ways in or out of here. Oh, you're right. Let Paimon write that down.
It's all making sense now.
Seems we're just about done investigating down here.
Alright, let's get on out of here. No. Exit. Yeah, there we go.
Well, we've ascertained the state of the crime scene. Let's find a place to sort out our findings once Malus returns. Seems to me that there are several things that don't add up here.
Apologies
Yeah,
for
it's a
the
little
wait.
So, what did the
strange.
guards say? Did the criminal escape through the vent?
They believe the odds of that are very low, since
Oh.
the vent leads to the opera houses. The guards have checked the area carefully.
Well, never
no
mind
one
then.
left through the basement during the performance or after the incident.
So the tunnels become like a secret chamber then.
The plot thickens. Halsey's disappearance and Cowell's death are both quite inexplicable.
Indeed.
No wonder Farina was so confident in our accusation. All the current evidence points toward Linny and
I wonder
Lynette.
if Farina knows about the underneath the floor
In other words,
tunnel
the
passageway.
charges are very likely to be upheld unless we make some considerable progress.
Charges and then trial. So if the charges are upheld, they'll announce a sentence?
That's right. This is how a trial goes in the Opera House. During the proceedings, the Chief Justice and the Oratrice will hear statements from both sides.
Yeah, how does the
That's right.
Oratrice work?
This is how indemnitium is produced. The statements from both sides, the defenses from attorneys, witness testimonies, and even the audience's emotions will all be projected on the Oratrice.
Interesting.
Simply, it's as if the Oratrice has its own will, and is a judge in its own right.
So it's some kind of
This
supercomputer?
also precludes any kind of favoritism on the part of the Chief Justice. Not that this has ever happened anyway.
Once both sides have finished speaking, the Chief Justice will make his final decision. This, too, will be used by the Oratrice as a reference. Then, finally, the Oratrice will be consulted by officials. The result it returns is the will of justice itself.
So it has the final say. Interesting.
So that machine is the one that actually decides? I thought Neverlet called the
It's
shots.
like AI.
In
The AI
practice,
overlords,
there
they're
is
taking
very
over.
little difference. Both have always come
It's
to the
taken
same
over
judgment,
even the
which
justice
is why
system in
people have
Fontaine.
great faith in the Chief Justice. Ah, yes, the guards also asked me to convey that none of us will be allowed to leave this place before the trial.
True.
Because
Yeah.
we've chosen to act as the twins' proxies. That makes us persons related to the case.
Fair enough.
They're concerned that
What if
we
I
might
get
be
hungry,
colluding
though?
with outside parties, or that we might find outside help to disrupt the case. And even if that were not so, it could prove problematic if we happen to spread key information about the case ahead of time.
I'm ready to break out at any time.
Whoa! There's no need for that! Hyman thinks they have a point. That said, are they providing
Yeah,
food?
I was just thinking that. I was like, what if we get hungry or something?
Of course. I just hope you don't mind the lack of options. I'm afraid that catering to all tastes is not in the cards, nor is any guarantee of balanced nutrition.
In that case,
That's fine, I
let's
suppose.
just sort out our findings together here. Pity. I was hoping to take you to try some of Fontaine's famous desserts, too.
Another
what
time,
better way to properly
perhaps.
think through our findings than over some tea and sweets?
Huh. Breaking out suddenly doesn't seem like such a bad idea after all. Just kidding! Just kidding! Hyman will still do her best, even if
That would make it look even way worse.
Hmm? What do you mean, no snacks? Of course we'll have snacks. If we cannot buy some, then we'll simply make some.
Make them? How are you gonna make some here?
Understood, Demoiselle. Everyone, please come with me.
How are we gonna make them here? I'm curious.
Wait, you're carrying a portable stove with you?
Yes, I must be prepared to meet the Demoiselle's baking needs whenever the fancy strikes her.
I have eggs, sugar, and almonds at the ready.
Good work, you two. Then I'll get to it. Please sit tight for a moment. You'll get to taste my awesome snacks soon enough.
These three are quite the interesting group.
Indeed, I agree. Ooh, macarons.
Smelled good while it was still in the oven. Oh, it's even better now. Paimon can't stop drooling. From the way you had these two guys carrying all that stuff around,
They look
I
good.
thought you'd have them do more
I'd
during
like
the
some of those.
baking process. But you ended up doing the entire thing by yourself. Beating the egg whites, grinding almonds, everything.
I was applauding.
And I was giving encouraging smiles.
I was applauding.
I was just thinking. Aren't you worried about getting your fancy
Always
dress
helpful,
dirty
Silver.
beating egg whites and
And
baking like this?
Deleuze, I think his name is.
Well, I don't think it's carved in stone anywhere that fancy ladies can only read books, sip tea, ride horses, and play the piano. I
True.
just really enjoy making snacks. Don't underestimate
I wish I knew
beating
how to
egg
cook
whites,
more
by the way.
things.
It's a real arm workout. You also need to beat them to just the right consistency, or your macarons will crack. Anyway, give these a try. Fresh out of the oven. There's 3 for each of us.
3?
Well, eating too many sweet treats might send all that sugar to your head. You wouldn't be able to think clearly about the case on a sugar rush, would you?
Tea is ready to be served as well. This is Demoiselle's favorite. Strong black tea with a floral fragrance that clears the mouth. No need for concern.
I'm not as big a
I'm
fan of
merely
tea.
doing as I should.
I'll just drink some water.
All right then. Down to business. As Paimon mentioned previously, the tunnel seems to be something of a secret chamber. However, we can assume that Linny and Lynette were not alone within it. Some criminal also occupied
What are they
the sealed
doing?
confines. The magician twins could have committed
Just
the
fiddling
crimes,
with the
of course.
stove.
They lack any logical motive.
Exactly. Why would they do such a thing right when everyone was watching?
The flower vase and the thud we heard during the performance could indicate some altercation between Halsey and the criminal in the tunnel,
Oh, interesting.
resulting in the shattering of the vase, the discarding of her clothes, and her abduction.
Makes sense.
Perhaps the criminal thought that since she was chosen from the crowd, she would be too easy to identify if she was still wearing the same clothes.
So they gave her an alternate outfit?
Sense, but the real trouble is,
Yeah.
True. None of the
We have
clues
not
found thus far
seen
support
the third person.
existence of this third person, but the only people left to consider
Only evidence
are
of them, I
both
suppose.
technically victims. Whether it's the
could Halsey have secretly made modifications to the magic props in order to murder Cowell before making her escape?
That's right. And even if she had tampered with the
What kind of
setup,
motive
she
would
would
she
need to
have
understand
to
the
do
entire
that?
trick to
Interesting.
pull it off. Nor does she have any motive. The guards said that she has never had any dealings with the Magic Troop's members.
That they know of.
Were we not thorough enough in our search? From the sound of things, this is turning into an impossible case. Your macarons are amazing though, Navia. They
We need to find Halsey and interrogate her or something. Maybe not interrogate, but ask her questions.
They are
You
my
know?
specialty after all. And I see you've already had 5 of them.
What? 5? Oh, that can't be right. Paimon only counted 3. Honest.
Please don't worry about it. At my age, a few less sweets might actually be a good thing.
No. Being greedy is one thing, but Paimon knows how to count. Besides, Paimon knows that if she ate too many, then others wouldn't have enough. Wait, even you don't believe Paimon? How could you? If
You do
Paimon
eat
ate
a
those 2
lot.
extra macarons, then may they turn into stone in her stomach.
All right, we get it. Well,
Paimon's stomach is like an abyss. It just like never ends.
No big deal. Malus, set up the stove again if you would.
Sorry for my coughing.
What are you doing?
My throat's been
Making
hurting
sure
lately.
everyone gets 3 macarons, of course.
Exactly. We don't want.
As you wish, demoiselle.
And I have the egg, sugar, and almonds.
Well, this really is your hobby.
She just enjoys making macarons, you know?
Well,
Perfectly fair.
That's it for snack time. I'm going to have another look around the area. I don't know what we're looking for yet, but we've still got some time. As attorneys, I suggest the 2 of you think the case over again. It would be awkward if you got all tongue-tied on stage during the trial.
Alright, thanks for your help.
It was nothing. A small task for the Spina di Rosula. Silver, Malus, it's time to go.
Time to
I'll be
roll
back if
out.
I find anything new.
Oh. Alright then.
Time to put our heads together. We've got to get our defense ready for the trial.
Am I
It's
still
probably
stuck in
gonna
here?
be a long and difficult case. There's no point in worrying about that now. We just need to prepare.
True.
Here, take Paimon's notes. They should help you review the situation.
Okay, I got an achievement. I want to check that out. Okay, it was just one of the story achievements. Awesome. How many days left do we have on this, by the way? I've been saving up. I've been saving up pulls. Ooh, I can get... Oh, never mind. Alright, I'm going to do that. There we go. At least 50 pulls for when the banner comes out in just 2 days. Awesome. All I have to do is stream then and stream the pulls. Okay.
3 clients.
8 o'clock to 10 o'clock. Today, I need to wait till tomorrow. Boom. Right about there. So this is when we're going to have the trial. All right, let's see what happens now.
Silly churl, Billy churl, silly Billy.
No more hilly churl. So there are like little booths and stuff. Nice. Okay, here we go. It's trial time.
Ew, the whole situation is so confusing. Good plan. Impossible things don't just happen. Look.
Just relax. Even if everyone else suspects Lenny and Lynette, at least we will be supporting them from the stands. Besides, I doubt Farina understands any more about what happened than we do.
Thanks, Navi.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of evidence that she would
We'll
have.
be going then.
Best of luck to you.
I bet she doesn't have a whole lot.
Well, how did your investigation go?
To be honest, you might be disappointed.
No. We're already very grateful that you were willing to help.
Well now, don't you all look disappointed? Don't tell me that your investigation came up empty-handed.
I bet yours did
That
too.
was to be expected, of course. The guilty can never produce proof of their innocence. But don't let that stop you. I shall be terribly disappointed should you, my most anticipated foe, concede so easily.
Yeah, I will
Both parties are
concede.
present. I declare that the trial regarding the magic show incident is now in session.
Oh boy, here we go.
Firstly, in order for the audience to understand the causes and results of the incident, could we please have Mr. Linney explain the trick?
Yes, of course. I will explain while Lynette demonstrates on stage. All the necessary items have been prepared.
Awesome. Let's do this.
Thank you, Mr. Linney. In that case, I take your statement to be that you ran to and remained hidden within the magic box in the audience stands once the trick began, and thus could not have committed the crime. Is this correct?
Yes,
Indeed.
that's correct, Your Honor.
In that case, I call upon the prosecution. Lady Farina, do you wish to refute his statement in any way?
Why, of course I do. Allow me to take the first shot and break this case wide open. Mr. Linney is clearly lying.
Objection.
There is no way you could have been in the box the whole time if you were to abduct Halsey and murder Cowell. In fact, I'd say you were hardly in that tunnel at all.
Okay, evidence.
That is simply your hypothesis based on the presumption that I'm guilty.
Oh, is that so? And if I may ask, what did you hear while you were inside your box?
The roaring countdown of the crowd, of course. That's how I kept track of the time and built anticipation for the finale.
And you didn't hear anything else at all? Nothing that might leave an
Like a
impression
bump?
of any kind?
No, nothing.
I see. But when the count reached 30 seconds or so, there was a thud. One so loud that I believe practically everyone heard it.
Huh?
Hey, hang on.
Yeah, I'm sure he could have heard a noise that loud from inside the box.
Everybody heard it.
I was right by the box and I definitely heard the thud.
Look at those scales. Could those mean...
Well then, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to use the words of the magician himself. You never know what can happen in the blink of an eye. Indeed, it seems his alibi can also collapse in the blink of an eye. Of course, I have armed myself to
So
do
dramatic.
far more than smash your alibi. Confidence cannot go unfounded, and my foundations are rock solid. Tell
Is that
me,
so?
aren't you and Lynette actually from the House of the Hearth?
The House of the Hearth?
Ooh.
No wonder they did something like this.
So the serial disappearances were the Fatsui's doing. Now it all makes sense.
That would make
I got
sense.
a feeling that what happened on stage probably wasn't just an accident.
Interesting.
That's irrelevant. Our identities have nothing to do with what happened.
Are they from Snezhnaya then?
Indeed. Then perhaps you could tell us everything that happened during that 1 minute. Your first priority is to prove yourself innocent after all. I'm sure there is little that needs to be kept secret now. Unless your script already has holes in it.
This is getting harder and harder to defend.
Speechless. My, oh my,
Ouch.
don't they look flabbergasted? Now comes the
What was that?
discord, I suppose. This was
It's like how much
almost
she's
too
enjoying this or something.
Good thing I made all those preparations. Seems the all-nighter I pulled last night is really paying off.
Hey, Linny, why didn't you tell us this before?
Order! Order! Mr. Linney, allow me to reestablish the facts. Lady Farina has raised 2 points. First, when the thud was heard in the Opera House, you were neither in the box nor the tunnel. Second, you and Ms. Lynette are both members of the House of the Hearth. Are these claims true?
Are they? Yeah, we did see Child earlier.
Please answer my question, Mr. Linney.
I'm sorry. Yes, they're true, Your Honor.
Interesting.
I knew it.
Well, that's it. We might as well move on to the sentencing already.
What should we do now?
What bit of evidence can we pull out
Granted.
that's gonna save him?
In that case, what is your request?
Is that really necessary? They're already as good as guilty.
The defendant deceived their own attorneys. What is there left to discuss?
This is true.
I say. Your request is reasonable, and we shall adjourn. This trial will reconvene in 1 hour.
A whole hour,
So you
huh?
would stick to Mr. Linney's defense even after knowing what you do now? You certainly have more professionalism than I thought.
I was quote unquote hired for this, I guess.
My dear audience, let's allow the joy of victory to steep for a little while longer.
You haven't won yet, though, Farina.
Well, this is awkward. I didn't think the Hydro Archon would dig all that up. I'm sorry, Traveler and Paimon.
Yeah, sorry.
Paimon doesn't know where to start. We trusted you two. We based our entire reasoning on the assumption that you weren't bad guys. Not to set the
I mean,
wrong tone or anything.
maybe they're
But Paimon's really mad.
maybe they're not bad guys. Yeah, they are screwed. Yeah, that's true. Welcome, by the way. Yeah, they really kind of. I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean that they are bad guys. I mean, maybe they ran away or something.
I'm very sorry. I know you're angry, and reasonably so, but please, let me explain.
Just because they were raised in a place run by Fatui doesn't mean that they are, necessarily.
I know you've clashed with the Vatui several times before. I wouldn't be surprised if just hearing the word is enough to make you upset. But our organization is very, very large, and the Harbingers have very different personalities and goals.
So that implies that they are actually active in the Fatui.
Right now, we want to save people. As many as we can.
That's right. I'm sure we're on the same page when it comes to this nation and the disaster that its people might face. I knew if it weren't for our respective identities, we could become good friends. That's why I didn't wish to flat out lie to you, but chose to hide some details instead. The truth is very important, but being completely transparent about everything would see us spending more effort than we need to. Right.
I wonder what their goal is then. What are they here to accomplish?
I fear that I'd even struggle to trust me at this point. You met a Fatus who works as a magician.
Fatus.
A trickster by trade. All by coincidence, too. But still, I'm asking you to trust me. I am no criminal. At least, not in this case.
Sorry. Please forgive us.
Well, you both say that, but...
Where did you go while the trick was being performed? Yeah, we do need to know that.
And no lies now!
We do need to know that being
Of
his
course.
defense, you know.
I'll answer any question. We've been trying to find out how the Oratrice operates. We want to know why it has consciousness. Why can it deliver sentences accurately?
Are they trying to trick them? They've... I can't tell. I mean, they are withholding information, though, so that
During
does
our
seem a little
investigations, we learned that the machine's
bit
core is beneath
suspicious.
it. From that moment on,
Just a little
Lynette
bit,
and I
you know?
have been designing this box swap trick with the objective of getting close to the core.
Is that why you needed a whole minute?
That's right. In truth, the audience would take about 75 seconds to count down from 60, while I would only need 15 to get to the opposite box.
That makes sense,
So,
yeah.
after jumping into the tunnel, I accessed the Opera House basement via the vent, and went to investigate the room in which the core is stored.
So he's been using that time to check the The Oratrice thing.
That air vent was created during the construction of the tunnel specifically to execute this step.
Well, nothing.
Huh.
As soon as I reached that room and was about to investigate, I heard someone's voice. Which should have been impossible, of course. I was quite certain that I was the only one in the room. That voice
Was it
seemed
the
to
same
recognize
voice
me
that
and tried
spoke to
speak
us
me.
earlier?
I chose to err on the side of caution and retreated the way I came. On the way back, I saw the broken vase and the clothes on the ground. But the countdown was almost finished, so there wasn't time to give it any thought. After that, the homicide occurred just as you saw.
Well, that explains why you didn't hear the thud.
Yeah, that would explain it.
Because of that
Because he wasn't
prophecy
even
I
there.
told you about, of course. We must know all we can about this nation's secrets in order to deal with that prophesized crisis.
That's the only way we can save everyone.
So, there you
Oh.
have it. The whole truth.
I see. So,
I swear, I didn't hide anything from you this time. It was never my wish to proceed under this cloud of
but why,
mistrust either.
if they're working for the Fatui, why would they want to save everyone? Because every interaction with the Fatui up to this point has been rather strange and confrontational,
But
you know?
like I said earlier, you can be the judge. If you want to leave because you don't trust the Fatui, there's nothing I can do to stop you.
Like every interaction I've had with the Fatui up to this point has been very confrontational, you know?
Okay, thank you.
Thanks for giving us a chance.
The current problem is that
Yeah,
the
it's
skills are
very
pushed
strange.
pretty badly against you two. If we want to refute the Hydro Archon's accusations, we're gonna need a seriously watertight defense. Huh?
Hmm.
Oh, Paimon
I
thinks
can't-
she gets what you mean.
I can't really think of anything that would spare them, you know what I mean? Even if they are innocent, it's like they've got a lot of evidence leveled against them, you know? Like a lot. All right. That was a quick hour.
Both parties have returned to their positions. Let us continue the trial. When last we left off, Mr. Linney acknowledged the new evidence presented by Lady Farina as fact. Therefore, Lady Farina may continue stating her reconstruction of the events.
That took long enough.
Bruh.
Now then, if everyone would lend me their attention.
We
at
have
this
already.
stage, let's revisit that scene from Linney's perspective.
Identify loopholes in their statement. Use evidence and clues obtained. Okay. Use your refutations to convince the audience and obtain more support from the people. Or truce. Okay. Cycle of. Okay. It's like a mini game. Okay.
As the countdown began, he entered the tunnel. When the flatbed trolley passed, he opened the box and got into an altercation with Halsey, which caused the loud thud. He did not realize that this sound could be heard by everyone in the opera house, which is why he claimed earlier that he could not hear the sound. Finally, he used the vase to knock her out, before making her change clothes to prevent others from recognizing her.
That would be pretty painful.
At this time, Cowell arrived in the tunnel, having heard that strange noise, and caught Linney red-handed.
I don't know how she arrived at that
Linney
conclusion,
proceeded to
but
knock
okay.
him out too before stuffing him into that box.
Oh, okay.
Linney passed
That makes
the
sense.
unconscious Halsey to his accomplice through the magic box in the audience stands, before operating the devices such that Cowell's death would be ruled an accident.
Interesting.
And there you have it. That's the truth behind what happened.
Does the defendant's side have any objections to Lady
I do.
Farina's
Objections.
description of
The key to refuting Lady Farina is the order of events.
Okay. Lady claims that he headed to the chamber containing the Oratrice upon entering the tunnel and did not witness the crime taking place. No one left Then claims to have heard a mysterious voice within the chamber that holds the core. Clothes belonging to Halsey. The reason for remains unknown. Must have been very confused when he saw them. During the performance, there was an audible thump. So, I don't know that any of those refute this point, though. So, this one can refute that.
According to Linny, he left via the vent after entering the tunnel.
He wouldn't have seen it taking place. There's an audible thump, which many of them heard.